Boom ba ya. Yeah 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 boom ba ya. Yeah 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 boom ba ya. Yeah 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 yeah. Boom boom ba boom boom ba.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a declutter for you guys. So I've honestly kind of debated if I wanted to show you guys the process of me actually decluttering it, or should I just show you guys the products and just tell you why I'm decluttering it. I'm gonna be telling you guys like whether it's because it's too old or maybe I don't like it or whatever it is. Before we get started, I just want to mention something. I did declutter before. Like if you saw my makeup collection, my newest makeup collection, and you compare it to my other one before it, it decreased a lot. And it decreased a lot because I decided to declutter a lot of it, not have like a whole bunch, like start to become like a minimalist-ish, try at least. And also I wanted to be cruelty-free, at least try. And unfortunately, it's taking me a little bit longer to get there. But I'm almost there, like especially after like this declutter, I'll be a little bit closer to becoming 100% cruelty-free. And I wasn't able to completely take out all of my non-cruelty-free stuff because of how expensive skincare and makeup is. Just beauty products in general. It's gonna take me a while to like, you know, completely go into that transition. And also you will see like throughout the video, there are a couple of products and brands that I do mention in this video that aren't cruelty free, and part of it of me decluttering them is because they aren't cruelty free, and also just the reasons why I mentioned in the video. So let's go ahead and start off with skincare since I have less of that. The first thing I have is the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. This is in the old packaging. If you go ahead and buy this today, it's going to be in a completely, not completely different, it's still blue, but it's like a more prettier packaging. But, which shows how old this thing is. I've literally had this for a couple years. I've only got it down to here. But I just want to declutter it because I feel like it's not giving me the results that I want, really. Like, the mask is removed by the time I wake up. So, it's very lightweight. I don't know. It was, you know, nice. I like the scent of it. That's one thing. I love the scent of it, and it's not strong. But I think it's just time for me to let this guy go. Another mask that I have is the Elizabecca Milky Piggy Carbonated Bubble Clay Mask. Now, I did a review on this mask and I do like it. The one big hassle that I had is that it took forever to remove. So this is what it looks like. I got a pretty good amount out of it, but I think it's just time for me to also just take it out. And I just don't like, it just takes literally so long to remove it. Like, you're literally there rinsing your face for like 5 minutes. So, although I do have to say it did a pretty good job removing all the sebum out of my face, but just the removal process. So, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this guy. This product, like a year ago, was highly raved. This is the Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. And if you've been around YouTube for a while, you would know that Nikki Tutorials was the one who first started this trend of using this product as a primer. The smell is but I did like how it wore on my face. It did make my makeup last for a pretty long time. But at one point, for some reason, even though this is for sensitive skin, it started to burn. And I don't know why. And then ever since then, I just never used it. So I like the packaging. It's just time for me to put it away. Another declutter is the Pond's Rejuvenate Anti-Wrinkle Cream. This is like the sample size. I think this is my second bottle, and I didn't get too much out of it, but I just haven't opened this in like 2 years. And I know you're thinking like, why are you using an anti-wrinkle cream? You don't need it. I used to use it on my smile line because I did have a very deep, I still do have a pretty deep smile line, but I just haven't used it in a long time. I'm pretty sure it's old. Another pretty old product I've had for so long that I just need to take it out is the Olay All Day UV Moisture Cream UV Skin Shield SPF 15 for normal skin. And I use this, that's a lot actually. That is a lot of product that I took out. But that is a lot of product that I used. Look at it. Woo! But I did used to use this, I used to use this on my elbows for when I got eczema breakouts. So, and that one helped a lot, but that thing's old. I have one hair product I want to share with you guys, and it is the Caviar Anti-Aging Miracle Multiplying Volume Mist. This was just a sticky spray for me. I made it all the way to the bottom, not completely, but it's just, I gave it so many tries, it literally did nothing. So, goodbye. The rest of the things I have are makeup products. I don't know where to start. Let's start with this. This is my holy grail highlighter. This is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in the shade Pinktastic. Now I want to declutter it because I just want to use other highlighters, and I feel like it's getting a little bit old. I mean, the formula feels like it hasn't changed. So, and another thing that I don't like about it is that it does have a little bit of glitter. You can't really tell because I didn't put that much on. But then when you blend it out, it just has glitters, and I do have oily skin and big pores. So I just feel like, I don't know. Recently I like more sheeny highlighters, not glittery highlighters. So another one that is basically the dupe, or no, this is the dupe for it, which they're both affordable. This is the Wet n Wild Fergie highlighter in the shade Rose Champagne Glow. If I put these side by side, they are pretty similar. Like, if even like these two, in the sense there's like champagne and pink. I don't know if you can tell, but I did make a dent in this highlighter. But this I used to use like all the time, but this one has more glitter than this one. It's a little bit more pinky. Yeah, I like these, but I just don't like glitter highlighters anymore, so I just want to, you know, say goodbye to them. This is the e.l.f. Oil-Free SPF 15 sunscreen. Now, oh, what shade is this? This is in the shade Porcelain. Now, I don't wear foundation anymore, so that's why I just want to toss it. And I feel like by the time I do want to go back, if I were to want to go back to foundation, this will expire anyway. I'm just going to say goodbye to it because I'm not even going to use it for a very, very, very long time. Another product. This was my holy grail eyeshadow palette. This is the Pony. This is in collaboration with Memebox, in collaboration with Pony. This is the Pony Shine Easy Glam eyeshadow. As you can tell, I hit a dent on every single eyeshadow, and you can tell how much I love this. I've had this for a pretty long time, and I feel like the formula is just starting to change. So it's probably time for me to like say goodbye to this. I was gonna repurchase it, but I'm like, I can find other eyeshadow palettes to test out, you know what I mean? It's time for a change, you know? Another product I have are these two Bareminerals eyeshadows. This is in the shade Ethereal? It's this pretty pink eyeshadow. I don't know if you can tell without me making a mess. And then this one is in the shade Vanilla Sugar. Ooh, this one has a lot in it. And I'm only decluttering it because I feel like, even though they're pretty, on top of my eyeshadow, they just don't, my eyeshadow primer, they just don't blend very well. So that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and just say goodbye to them. Another product. I have a lot of makeup products actually. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. Now, I did like it for a while as like a bronzer, even though it has a little bit of shimmer. When it comes to like over here, my cheeks, I don't mind a little bit of shimmer because I don't have huge pores on this side over here. But one time I was using my bronzer brush, and I used that same brush, this brush over here, this brush from e.l.f. This is their, I forgot what it's called. It's something. But I use this for, I used to use it for this as well as the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, my all-time favorite bronzer. And all of a sudden it turned red. Like the brush, the hairs turned red on the surface. And I was like, what the heck is that? And then I noticed it was from this guy. And I feel like it's just the undertone isn't right for me. Like when I went and put it on, probably in the lighting that I have here in my room looked fine, but probably like outside or somewhere else, it looked probably completely off because it did, from my brush, come off as red. And I know for sure it's not from the Butter Bronzer because I've had that for so long. So because of that, I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodbye to this one. Another product I want to say goodbye to is the Physicians Formula Happy Booster in the shade Natural. This is a blush. Now, I want to declutter this because it is pretty illuminating. And I guess I didn't notice when I first bought it, but illuminating stuff, anything that's illuminating on my face just emphasizes my pores. And so because of that, I just want to say goodbye to it. It's pretty, but I'm just not going to use it. And honestly, I haven't even touched this since probably a year. I also have this really old SoSusan stick. That's what I'm going to say. It's a highlighting stick. It's in the shade Candlelight. I used to use this all the time to highlight my inner corners. But I've had this for so long. Can you tell how old this is? Like, it's so old. And I do still have a long way to go. Okay, not that much. But still, I'm just going to... And you can tell I have stains all over. Whoa. It's just time... Even the cap is... It's just time to say goodbye to it. I also have the BH Cosmetics glitter eyeliner in the shade Synergy. Something like that. This is fine while it lasted, but now it's like the glitters are all stuck on the rim and I just can't seem to get any. Time to say goodbye. Another product is this Cantible Stick BB Concealer in the shade 01. Now, as you can see, I'm almost done with it. I don't know if you can tell, but through the bottom of it, you can see this faint line, and I feel like it's just gonna crack at some point. Like, it's just like, woo! And I feel like if I were to do this, it'll probably crack. So probably it's time for me to say goodbye to this one as well. Almost done, you guys. Bear with me. The rest are all lip products. Now, this is the Nars Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade Cruella. Now, I got this a couple years ago from Sephora in their birthday kit, and I really like this lipstick. Even though I'm not someone who wears red, this one was really, really nice. I really like it, but I'm decluttering it because it's not cruelty-free. Remember when I said I have a couple more products and that they were lips? Yeah, I lied. This is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Dr. Bing. Now, I love this product, but the reason why... Actually, this isn't really... This one isn't really exactly decluttered because I'm like twisted all the way to the top. It can be considered as an empties, but the reason why I'm decluttering it is because I broke it. And another thing with ColourPop that I personally don't like, which I love how they're affordable. I love it. But the problem they had with this liner before I accidentally broke it, if you saw it in my I'm back, get ready with me video, I was using this by accident for my eyebrows because I wasn't paying attention. It was brown and I was like, oh, here's a brown product, you know. And I was doing that and it completely broke, and instead of just breaking the top, it just broke all of it. Like, it broke into a bazillion pieces, and it was because the product inside is like loose. Somehow I feel like at first I didn't have this problem, and then out of nowhere I started to have that problem, and I did read about that a while ago before that even happened. I don't know why I keep on twisting it, but they will just like drop, and I'll show you what I mean in the next product. This is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Dohi. Now, this is limited edition. You can't get it anymore, and it's an orange one, and I'll explain why. Other than this, I decided to declutter it. Here's this guy, right? Watch. You ready? Okay, now it doesn't. Oh, there you go. That happens. And that was exactly what was happening with this guy as well. It just drops. Thankfully, not like completely all the way, but it still drops. And another reason why I wanted to declutter it is because I feel like... Now, I don't have any other lippy pencils that are like bold like this, but I felt like it was too patchy, you know what I mean? And same thing with this one, the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Generation X. This is in their Matte X formula. It's this color, and it was also just too patchy. These two came in the same collection together, and I don't know what it was with it, but it was just patchy. Yeah. And it was a little too orange for me on my lips. It just turned a little more orange than red. And I feel like this is just an orange red, but it just looked more orange on me. Goodbye. But I still love ColourPop. They're one of my favorite brands. Alright. Last one. Oh, no. I lied. 2 more products. I swear. This is the e.l.f. palette. I'm just going to call it the e.l.f. palette. It was technically the contour palette, but it's not really the contour palette. Since these guys can pop out, I decided when I was first decluttering, I didn't film that one, but because I was like on the fence. Oh, should I go back to YouTube? Should I not go back to YouTube? Should I film it? Should I not film it? I ended up not filming it. Oh my gosh, the transformation, holy crap. I decluttered a lot. But anyway, with this one, I just decided to keep these ones. Now, I only kept this one, even though I knew I wasn't going to use it, because it was just product that I could probably use in the future, maybe. But also, I felt like if I were to just have this one, okay, this one just popped it. I felt like if I were to just have it like this, because I just wanted to keep these 3 and close it, you know, bacteria can get all over it and whatnot. So I just decided to keep that one as like a just in case kind of thing, but also just something to just fill it in. So this shade came from the contour palette. This one came from the e.l.f. blush palette in light. And then these 2 came from the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare palette, I think. It's the one with the white packaging. That kind, you know what I mean? So, but I want to declutter it because I haven't even touched it since I did my major declutter. So, because I haven't touched them, I just decided to declutter it. Alright, dropping stuff now. Last one-ish. These are a whole bunch of the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipsticks, and these are all minis. Now, these 2, I decluttered. Decided to declutter, specifically also the blue one. Also this one. These 2 I would never wear, ever. This one I would wear, but there is another shade. This is in the shade Suspiria. There's another shade in the shade Love, L-U-V. It's spelled, and those are very similar, so I decided to keep one of them, and I decided to keep LUV. And then this one is just way too bright. I feel like I hardly ever wear this. I was like, whatever. And then this one is in the shade Mother. I thought I would wear it, but I just don't wear it. It's a little too, I don't know, it's like not a shade I would wear every single day. It's a nice little nude pinkish, like a dark pink, but I just hardly ever wear it. So goodbye. So that is it for the declutter. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of decluttering that I did. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed it and that you are inspired to declutter, because honestly, when I did my huge major declutter, I felt so much more happier, and I felt like it was nicer to actually use up the products that I have, not just waste my money. And it's so nice, like right here, right under my camera, I have basically all the products that I use on a daily basis. And except for the ones that were in there that I completely took out, there were a couple products I had in there that were just like never touched, but now that's not going to be the case anymore because I did declutter again. So yeah, I just feel a lot more happier about it. Sometimes I feel like it is nice to have, like, you know, when you look at makeup collection videos and you're like, oh, that's makeup goals, you know? But it's like, the thing is that they expire and they get bad and old, and it's like, why would you keep it though? You know what I mean? I have more open space now. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!